This episode of Talking Study Guides is on context clues.
Learning can be fun! If you like learning in exciting and engaging ways, then Talking Study Guides is for you! I'm Mr. C, and let's get started. Welcome, friends! Today's Talking Study Guides is on context clues. But in order to learn more about context clues, I have to transform into a reading detective. And I'm serious when mysteries happen while you're reading. Let's get to work.
Context clues are clues within the text that give hints at what other words mean. If you are reading and come across a word that you don't know, you can look for context clues before or after the word is used. It's like being a detective. This strategy can help you learn new or unfamiliar words.
Let's take a closer look at a sentence that involves using context clues.
After running for over 5 miles, David was exhausted. Let's say you are not exactly sure what the word exhausted means, or if you are having trouble reading the word exhausted.
The word exhausted. Let's look at this word a little more closely to see if we can find any hints about what it might mean.
First, you can think to yourself, I remember running 1 mile in gym class. I was so tired. David ran 5 miles, so I'm going to infer that he must have been extremely tired. To infer is to make a smart guess as a reader, and it's also a strategy to use when you don't know what the word means. Making an inference means making your best guess. And in this case, I was right. Exhausted is another way of saying very tired.
Making inferences is a great strategy to use as a reader, but it's also a very valuable thing to do in everyday life as well. As a famous detective, I've solved many cases by first making inferences. Maybe you've heard of some of these cases, like the case of the mismatched socks. Or how about the infamous half-eaten banana mystery?
When searching for context clues, there is one word that can help us out big time. It's the word ideas, and each letter stands for a strategy. We've already gone over the first letter I, which stands for infer.
Let's take a look at the letter D, which represents the word definition.
A definition refers to what a word means. Sometimes, if we don't know what a word means, the author tells us. Let's look at an example. Today I saw a dog that was wearing sneakers. I thought it was a very rare or unusual thing to see. In this sentence, the word rare is used, but right after the word, it gives you a direct example of what rare means. Rare in this sentence means uncommon or unusual. This is one way that you can solve unfamiliar words on your own.
The third letter in ideas is an E. The E represents examples. Let's get on our thinking caps and learn a little bit more about examples.
Ray is very generous. He donates his time and money to people that are less fortunate than him. The word generous means kind and giving. It gives an example in the second sentence of the text by saying that he donates his time and money to others.
The A in ideas stands for antonyms. An antonym means it's the opposite of another word. You can sometimes find antonyms hidden within the text. Try finding the two antonyms in this example.
Our family has 2 dogs that are very different. Zed is very small, but Bob is massive. If you know what small means, you can figure out that massive is an antonym of the word small, which means very large.
We've arrived at our last letter in the word ideas, and it's an S. The S represents synonyms. Synonyms are two words that mean just about the same thing. You can sometimes find them in the text.
Mrs. V is such a nice teacher. I am lucky to have a teacher that is so pleasant. Pleasant and nice are the two synonyms in this example. They both describe Mrs. V in a positive light, and they mean nearly the same thing.
We've now covered every letter from the ideas strategy. Remember to use the ideas strategy when you're reading on your own, kids. Now that I've given you some of my best detective tips, try these 3 questions and see if you can be a detective superstar.
Question 1. As the chef pulled the pizza out of the oven, the aroma of the pizza wafted through the air and made my mouth water. What does the word aroma mean? Does it mean taste, touch, or smell? If you said smell, awesome sauce. You're right. Question 2. As Mike and Tom watched the movie, they could not stop laughing. They thought the movie was hilarious. What does the word hilarious mean? Does it mean serious, funny, or nice? If you said funny, spectacular. You're correct. Question 3. When the waitress came to take the food order, Kim was uncertain about what she was going to get. There were so many choices on the menu, and she could not decide. What does the word uncertain mean? Does it mean not sure, hungry, or angry? If you said not sure, ding, 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 you're right.
Well, fellow detectives, it's time to part ways. But I hope that I've left you with a few tools so the next time you're reading, you can use these strategies. I've got a big mystery to solve next. It's not a reading mystery, but it's serious. Somebody left an empty carton of ice cream in the freezer, and I've got some investigative work to do. See you next time. Well, what do we have here? Just like I suspected. It's cookie dough. We're hot on the trail.